as you can see, the greenhouse I think wants a good tidy up. Onion sets have been put in here. They're not doing much outside here. What are they doing under the cover? Well, they're doing better, at least some of them, but they should be a lot better than they are now. So not having much success with them this year. The house leeks, which I took transplants of, yeah, they're not bad. I'll take them in today, put them in on the windowsill because they're getting a bit of rot here, so I'll tidy them up so they don't rot away. And the rest of it underneath, it's not doing bad. That's Korean spinach in there, sometimes called Korean spinach, sometimes called Korean mint. Make your own mind up over that. I don't taste much mint, but I do find it makes quite a good additive to the spinach. I think that orchid has just about died away. I'll depot that and find out what the roots are like. That one there, not too good. I don't do well with orchids. So, but first of all, I've got to make some space. I want to do some seed sowing. So, yes. So I'll get on with that. Well, this is the Babington leeks, which is a perennial leek. These arrived in about October time, and they've not grown since. This is the size they arrived, and this is the size they've stayed at. So I'm not overly happy with them. I say they're a perennial leek. What you do is you harvest them, you cut them off here, and they'll regrow again then, and they'll last for several years. But at the moment there are some dying off, and the rest are not moving. So I'll give them till sort of June time and see what happens, see if they move on. It's good potting compost that they've got. They've got John in this number 2, so they should have been okay. Well, I made a bit of space in here, not a lot, but a little bit. At least I can get the potting tray out now and have a look and see what's going on with this orchid first. So I'll just put the camera down and aim it at the seed tray, potting tray, and we'll find out what's going on with this orchid. Right, so let's have a look and see what's going on with this orchid. It's not looking good. Well, the flower just to one side, and there's a bit of new growth there. Just a little bit coming up there and a bit there. So shall I give it another chance, or shall I not? That's a good question. The root system looks good. Yeah, the root system don't look bad. So yeah, look, there's new roots coming up here. So I think I'll give it a bit more of a chance. So we'll pop that back in there. Pop it in there. Get that back up there. And just take it round. And I think we'll give it one more chance. It deserves one more try. Right, so I've got my selection of seeds here. I've got the coriander, the sweet peppers, 2 different types, the dill, and 2 packets of broad green avocados. So I think we will start off with, I need to repair this roof at some point, put some new panes in. I think I'll start off with the board beam first. Right, for my seed sowing I'm going to be using the Grow More special formulated John Innes seed. I find that the John Innes is doing very well. I started using it last year. Used the potting on compost, John Innes number 2, and it's done really well, especially for my succulents. It's got quite a sort of sandy type texture, so yes, doing quite well. So let's get these seeds started. Right, so just putting the John Innes into the pots. It's got a nice friable texture to it. I'm putting them in pots because they grow quite long roots, and I'm going to put a little grouping into each pot. Just slightly tamper it down. And let's have a look. We'll start with this one first. Let's see what we've got. So when you're doing your beans, they need to be a Pacific way up, and that is like that, pointy side up, so that the water then will flow off. If it's that way up, it will sit there, so always pointy way up. Doesn't matter which way you put it, that way or that way, but always pointy way up. So we go, the first one, I'm not going to put them too deep. 2, I'm going to put some soil on the top. 3 and 4. As they grow, I'll leave them in there till they're big enough, then I'll take them out of the pots and plant them as a set of 4, so that they help to look after each other as far as on each other. They can sometimes be a little bit difficult to work out, but can normally sort of get it sorted out. If you're uncertain, just give it a try. You're not going to lose anything as long as they're on this side. Yes, for this time of year the weather is quite mild still. It's 50 degrees in here, which may not seem a lot for a greenhouse, but considering I've got a loose twin wall roofing sheet, which I've now just basically put back in place for now. It's old, so it's become soft, and once it's soft it starts popping out of its springs, so it's time I replaced it. The way I plant them is cottage garden style, so they get planted in the garden in amongst the flowers. So because of that, this means I can get a little grouping of 4 dotted around in different places. I'll hold each other up, and they don't take up too much space. If I did one at a time, they're going to take up too much space. So that's so far. We'll get a bit of soil and just put it on top. I normally put about 1 centimetre of soil on the top. That's one good handful. As you put it on, break up some of any little lumps that are in the compost. And that is them done. Now we're going to put them over here on the shelf, out of the way. This John Innes is about, say it's John Innes seed compost. It's about $5.35 I paid for this bag. It's a good sized bag, 35 litres, and it's the nice thing I like about it is that it's soil based as well, soil based and compost, so works out ideal. Helps to acclimatise the seed to the soil rather than being in compost and then from compost going straight into the soil, which in some plants can be a little bit of a shock. So we'll get these in. I'm sure you don't want to watch me do all of them, so I'll just do these and then I'll put the camera aside while I finish off the rest of them. But we'll get these in. Seed sowing is something I don't rush, something I quite enjoy. So there we go. A handful of soil over the top. I've never been a big advocate, as I said, of growing using the John Innes range, mainly because it used to be so expensive, and never been really one to use grow more. But having used it very successfully last year, I say especially on the succulents and the cacti, it's won me over. So I'll be interested to see how this seed compost does, and I must admit it's a very nice mix, so I'm looking forward to how this works. So that's another 5 pots done. So that's I make that what, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, I make that 40 plants so far. I might leave the finish off these ones here, because I've got quite a few here still, and leave the other packet till next month and do another sowing next month, so I've got a continuation. So I'm going to put these away and sort out some trays for the rest of the seeds I'm going to be sowing. Right, well that's one packet of ordinary aquadolce done. I'll keep this packet till February, beginning of February, and I'll plant another lot. Now what I'm going to do now is a pot of dill, maybe 2 pots of dill. So put some in, put it down like that, put some into this one, a little bit more in there, it needs a little bit more, it's going to be in here for some time, so make sure there's no lumps on the top. That's it, right. The dill. Dill's really nice. It's got some, you can pick the nice ripe seed heads when they go brownish, when they're dying. Shake out the seed, and you can store them in a tight container. Dill's great with fish, potatoes, sauces, mustards. They're a hardy annual and grows to about 75 centimetres in height. Yes, they've become quite a favourite of mine. So I've got these seeds left over from next year. They should be okay. If not, I've got plenty of time to be able to buy another packet and grow. So let's have a look and see what we've got. Oh yes, here we are. I've got more than I thought, so I'll put some in here like that. They may not all come up, so just make sure I've got plenty. I'll have that little seed there that tried to jump away. Put the rest of these back into here and save them for beginning of next month. Now, I don't tend, on seeds like this, I tend not to put soil over the top. I much prefer to use perlite or vermiculite. So as I've got some here, I'm just going to put a layer over the top, a layer over the top of there. I did this last year and it worked very well. So I'll grab a couple of labels, grab a pencil, and I'll just mark these up as dill. Right, all of these I'll give a light watering to, so it's they're going nicely. But in the meantime, I seem to be running out of space again, so I'll come back in a moment, make some more space. Alright, I'm going to sow some coriander now. I'm going to grow two pots. Now, corianders grows to about 60 centimeters, about 2 foot. It's good for curries, it's good for salads, it's good as a garnish. I like it as a garnish for fish, for avocado and toast and poached egg. Makes a good breakfast, that does. So I'm going to put 2 pots in. Get some soil into this one. When you're using vermiculite or perlite, if you're not used to it, don't worry too much about it. It's a natural substance. Just when you put it on top of the pot, put it over your potting tray, and any that falls into the compost will be perfectly fine. It aids the compost and will help to aid the seed. And just give it a little tap so that it's friable. Let's have a look. These seeds are bigger, so you don't need so many. I normally just spread some around and use it in bunches. Put a layer of compost on the top. So I'm doing 2 pots. So I'll get this pot filled up. This time of year to me is always good, because when I can start sowing, I know that the longer daylight hours are coming and the warmth is coming. And even though I do like the winter in a way, it's nice for walking, I also love the spring. Spring and autumn to me are the best 2 times a year. So the rest of the dill, I'll do the coriander. I'll do another sowing next month, and we'll do another sowing depending on how these do, and the dot in the February lot do. I'll do another around about sort of April time. So I've got it for the spring and the summer. So that's that for now. I'm going to put these on the bench and then find some pots to see about starting these off. Right, the peppers, I'm going to be growing these in propagator trays, not propagator trays. The tops, and these will go into a propagator, heated propagator on the kitchen window, plugged into the electric, so it gives it some warmth. Peppers, chilies, aubergines, all can be started off now. They've got a long growing season, so yeah, start them off as soon as you can. Warm windowsill, covered over. Windowsill where there's a radiator underneath a window is fine as well. Anywhere there's some light and some heat, if you know, just a basic windowsill, south-facing windowsill, they get the sun in the day. If you haven't got little propagators like this, they are quite reasonably cheap. You can buy these dome type ones with the little seed trays. They're very reasonable, only a few pounds, so it's well worth investing in some to get your seeds going. So what I need to do first is get these filled up. Now what I want to do, and I don't really want to get them too dirty, but I want to get some fine soil into these, so I'm going to just sieve some of this soil through here so that it gets rid of the lumps. I don't want too many lumps in there. With a bigger seed it's not a problem. But with peppers, aubergines, chilies, I always think they deserve a little bit more tender care. That's the first one. I can tidy up the trays before I put them into the propagator. As with all composts, you're going to get some of the compost that tends to clump together, but once you've broken it apart, not a problem. Right, I'm going to come back in a moment once I've filled the rest of the trays up. Right, that's the seed trays full. Now there again, I won't be sowing all the seeds at once. It's important not to. You want to be able to give yourself a backup. I'm going to grow the F1 blocky mix first, full of vitamin C and lycopene, so very good for you healthy wise. Can be grown on in the greenhouse or the patio. Then mix of red, yellow, orange, bell and blocky peppers. So let's open the pack, and there you go. You don't get many. In fact, I will be sowing all these in one go because there's not that many there, to be honest. I can always buy another packet if I run into problems with these. Let's get the scissors. Now carefully undo them. And see if I can get them out of my hand, or at least most of them. Now I'm going to do them like this. But very often they don't all come through. So it's a case of seeing what happens. And then I'll do 1, 2, I've got 3 in here. And I'll go bit more spacing here. Right, so that is them done. So that's the first lot of peppers. I'll put a very fine bit of soil on the top. I don't need to sieve this because I can, a bit of soil I need to go on here, a bit of compost on here can be done with my hand. And just gently tap it down. Tap one down. Right, so that's that pepper valve ready. So let's have a look at the snack bite sweet mix. See what we've got here. And again, have a good source of antioxidants and vitamin C. There again, not many in here. And for the price, $3.99, basically £4 per pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just under £1 each. So yes, but still cheaper than buying the plant. That's something else you can always do if you can't grow them from seed. You can buy the plants a bit later on in the year when the garden centres get them in. Just keep a watch out for them, and once we're in, then now this is going to do one pot, so one tray. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. A bit of soil over the top, which, as I say, you can just do with my hands. Do that, and then I'm going to get some vermiculite on. That's one lot of vermiculite. So some vermiculite on this one. The nice thing about vermiculite, it's nice and soft, easy to for the plant to work through. Even when it's wet, it's still very easy for the plant to work its way through it. So, right, sweet peppers and snack bite sweet peppers. So now I'm going to do a little test here. It's only a little sort of experiment. I'm going to take a pot, and I'll keep it later. And what I'm going to do, I've got 2 tomatoes here. These are going indoors as well. What I'm going to do is tap that one down, take the tomato, cut it in half, then put one tomato there, and then I'll put some compost over the top. I'm going to do the same with the other tomato, the other half. I'm going to put that in there, add the compost, put some over the top. Now, as I've got another tomato here, I might as well give that a go as well. So, take yes, another pot, put some soil in. This is a bit bigger pot this time. Cut this one in half. My grandfather used to have an allotment in Swindon, which was down next to the sewage works, and every year they never used to buy or have to sow tomato seeds, because they'd go down by the sewage works and all around the sewage works where the sewage beds were, they were allowed to go in and dig up the tomato plants that were growing. That shows how hardy a tomato plant is. It can go through your system, out the other end, through a sewage bed, and what hits the soil on the side, or anywhere it can grow on the side, will germinate. Today's methods are different. It doesn't work quite so well now because of the systems are much more stringent. I've got one more thing I'm going to try, and this is a trial. I'm just going to get a pot. This is a trial. So I'm going to fill the pot up with some earth, some compost, there again, the seed compost, and then I've got an avocado pip here. So these are notorious for being really difficult to get going. Some people seem to be able to get them going with no problem at all. Others have problems. I've tried the water method. It didn't work at all for me, so I'm going to try that method. So I'm going to get these all labelled up, get them indoors, and I'll meet you back indoors in a moment. Right, well, we've come indoors now. As I said, I would show you where I'm putting the trays with the peppers, the avocado, and the 4 pots of the tomato, which I've cut in half for 2 tomatoes. So here they are. They're in the electric incubator here, and as you can see, the little incubator trays are already beginning to get some nice moisture in them to keep them nice and warm. The avocado is there, so hopefully the underheat will get that going, and the tomatoes are here. They don't actually need any underheat because it's going to be a while before they get going. I've got to wait for the tomato to rot down inside them a bit, so it's going to be a few weeks. I've also got my main house leek here, which I cut the top off, and that's the top here, and she's nicely rooted, and all the pups I took off are rooted as well. And then of course I've got the old grass there, all the seedlings, so they're doing well. So until the next one, I'll catch you then. If you like, please like and subscribe. That helps to grow the channel, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.